It was supposed to be a routine morning segment, a lighthearted interview about Meghan Markle's upcoming charity documentary. But what began as a cordial chat on Good Morning America quickly turned into a tense exchange that left viewers stunned, and Meghan walking off the set. The atmosphere in the New York studio was cheerful at first. Sam Champion, known for his friendly demeanor, greeted Meghan warmly. "It's great to have you here, Meghan. We've been looking forward to hearing more about your project," he said with his signature smile. Meghan, elegant in a soft beige dress, smiled back. "Thank you, Sam. I'm very proud of what we've done with this documentary. It's about resilience, compassion, and giving people a voice." For the first few minutes, everything seemed fine. Meghan spoke about her humanitarian work, her life in California with Prince Harry, and the couple's commitment to mental health awareness. The audience listened intently, and the energy in the room was calm, until Sam asked one question that changed everything. "Meghan," he began carefully, "there's been a lot of discussion lately about how your projects often seem to circle back to the royal family. Do you think people are losing interest because of that connection?" A brief silence followed. Meghan's smile faltered. "I'm sorry," she said, raising an eyebrow. Sam clarified, "Well, some critics have said that you and Harry often reference your royal experience to keep public attention. How do you respond to that?" Meghan took a slow breath. "I find that question rather unfair, Sam. My work speaks for itself. It's not about the royal family, it's about real people facing real challenges." Sam nodded, but pressed again. "Of course, but it's hard to separate the two, isn't it? Your public identity is deeply tied to the monarchy. Some might say that's part of the reason your message gets amplified." The tension was palpable. Meghan crossed her arms slightly, her tone firm now. "With all due respect, I think people are tired of that narrative. I left that world years ago. If the media keeps bringing it up, it's not on me." The studio went quiet. Even the audience seemed unsure how to react. Sam tried to lighten the tone. "I understand, Meghan. I just think viewers want to know where you stand now, whether you see yourself as part of that legacy or—" "That's enough, Sam," Meghan interrupted, her voice low but controlled. "You invited me here to talk about my charity work, not to rehash the same headlines I've spent years moving past." Sam, caught off guard, said softly, "I'm just doing my job." "And I'm doing mine," Meghan replied sharply. She glanced toward a producer off camera. "If this is the direction the interview is going, then I think we're done here." Before anyone could respond, Meghan removed her microphone, stood up, and calmly walked off the set. Gasps rippled through the audience. Sam tried to continue the show, visibly flustered, as cameras quickly cut to a commercial break. When Good Morning America returned, Sam apologized to viewers for the unexpected interruption, and assured everyone that the segment would be addressed later. But social media had already exploded. Within minutes, hashtags like #MeghanWalksOffGMA and #SamChampionClash were trending on X, formerly Twitter. Some viewers defended Meghan, praising her for standing her ground. "Greater than, good for her. She came to talk about charity, not tabloids," one fan posted. Others sided with Sam, arguing that he had asked a valid question. "Greater than, she's a public figure. Of course people are going to ask about the royals," another user wrote. Later that afternoon, a representative for Meghan issued a brief statement. Greater than, the Duchess of Sussex was invited to discuss her charitable initiatives. She expected a conversation focused on her work, not sensationalism. She stands by her decision to end the interview. Sam Champion remained professional when asked for comment. "I have great respect for Meghan and the work she's doing. Live TV can be unpredictable. I wish her the best," he said. Behind the scenes, however, several GMA staffers told reporters that tensions had been simmering even before the cameras rolled. Meghan's team had reportedly requested that no questions about the royal family be asked. The producers had agreed, but Sam, wanting to add journalistic balance, had included one carefully worded question. It backfired spectacularly. By evening, every major entertainment outlet had picked up the story. Headlines ranged from, "Meghan Markle storms out of GMA," to, "Sam Champion pushes too far." Clips of the moment were replayed across social media platforms, amassing millions of views within hours. Meanwhile, Meghan's new documentary, ironically about overcoming media pressure and staying true to oneself, saw a sudden spike in interest. Previews on streaming platforms jumped dramatically, with many curious to see what had prompted her passionate reaction. For Meghan, the walk-off may have been spontaneous, but it also reminded the world of her determination to control her own narrative. As one insider put it, she's not afraid to walk away when she feels disrespected, whether it's a palace or a TV studio. The incident has now become another chapter in Meghan's complex relationship with the media, one that continues to define her post-royal journey. Whether viewers see her as defiant or defensive, one thing is certain: she refuses to be silenced or defined by anyone else. And as the cameras faded that morning, the message was clear: Meghan Markle wasn't just walking off a TV set. She was, once again, walking toward her own truth. The next morning, Good Morning America producers arrived at the ABC studios to find themselves at the center of a media storm. The clip of Meghan Markle walking off live television had become one of the most viral moments of the year. Every network, podcast, and entertainment channel was replaying it, dissecting every pause, glance, and word between Meghan and Sam Champion. Outside the studio, reporters crowded the entrance, eager to get any reaction from the GMA team. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Sam Champion arrived quietly, wearing sunglasses and avoiding the cameras. "It got blown way out of proportion," he muttered to a colleague. "It wasn't supposed to go that way." By 9 a.m., ABC executives were in an emergency meeting. Ratings had spiked after the incident, but so had the criticism. Social media was divided. Fans of Meghan accused GMA of ambushing her. Some called for Sam to issue a public apology. Others accused Meghan of being too sensitive and unable to handle tough questions. A producer scrolled through trending posts aloud. Greater than, #stand with Meghan, #GMA apologize, #Sam Champion Gate. Oh wow, this one says, Sam Champion owes her an apology for turning a charity talk into royal gossip. Meanwhile, Meghan's team in California was crafting a careful response. Her spokesperson, Daniel Reed, released a polished statement later that afternoon. Greater than, the Duchess appreciates the platform to discuss her charitable initiatives. However, she believes interviews should focus on meaningful dialogue, not recycled narratives. She looks forward to continuing her mission to empower communities around the world. It was calm, diplomatic, but firm. Still, that evening, Meghan herself broke her silence. In a video posted to her official foundation account, she addressed her followers directly. Sitting in a serene garden, wearing a simple white shirt, she spoke clearly. Greater than, I've spent years trying to shift the conversation from gossip to good. When I'm invited to talk about meaningful work and the topic turns into tabloid speculation, I choose to step away. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. Her message resonated instantly. Millions of views poured in within hours. Celebrities like Serena Williams, Priyanka Chopra, and Tyler Perry shared her post, praising her for setting boundaries. But while Meghan's supporters celebrated her graceful defiance, GMA faced mounting pressure. Sponsors reportedly began expressing concern over the backlash. One insider claimed, several advertisers reached out asking for clarification. They don't want to be associated with a perceived ambush. Sam Champion, known for decades as one of America's most trusted morning hosts, suddenly found himself in an unfamiliar position, being painted as the villain. His Twitter mentions were flooded with criticism. "I've never seen him look so uncomfortable on air," one viewer commented. He knew he crossed a line. That Friday, Sam addressed the controversy during the morning broadcast. Sitting beside his company hosts, he took a deep breath and said, Greater than, I want to take a moment to talk about what happened earlier this week with Meghan Markle. It was never my intention to make her feel uncomfortable or disrespected. I asked a question as a journalist, but I understand how it came across. I regret that it disrupted an important conversation about her charity work. His co-host Robin Roberts added supportively, "We all know live TV can be unpredictable. Sam, we appreciate your honesty. And Meghan, if you're watching, the door is always open here." The apology helped calm the storm slightly, but Meghan's decision to walk away had already taken on symbolic meaning far beyond morning television. It became a conversation about women setting boundaries, celebrities reclaiming control, and the media's ongoing struggle between curiosity and intrusion. By the weekend, headlines read, Meghan Markle turns tense moment into movement. Sam Champion apologizes as GMA faces scrutiny. Respect or rebellion? The debate over Meghan's walk-off continues. Behind closed doors, ABC's public relations team worked tirelessly to keep the network's reputation intact. According to one report, executives even discussed inviting Meghan back for a reset interview, this time hosted by Robin Roberts instead of Sam. But Meghan wasn't interested. Her representative politely declined, saying she was taking a step back from TV appearances for the foreseeable future. Still, the controversy had an unexpected effect. Her new documentary saw record-breaking pre-orders. Streaming platforms reported a surge in interest, especially after viewers noticed the documentary's central theme, staying true to your voice amid public scrutiny. One powerful quote from the film began circulating widely. Greater than, you can't control what people say about you, but you can control when to walk away. That single line became a trending mantra on social media, and many saw it as a subtle reference to the GMA incident. Even weeks later, the conversation hadn't died down. Opinion pieces filled major outlets, debating whether Meghan's reaction was justified. The Washington Post wrote, Meghan Markle's decision to walk off is not weakness, it's a masterclass in boundaries. Meanwhile, some tabloids continued to criticize her, accusing her of playing the victim. But Meghan seemed unaffected. In her next public appearance at a women's leadership summit in San Francisco, she spoke confidently on stage. Greater than, every woman, no matter who she is, deserves the right to redirect a conversation that doesn't serve her purpose. Sometimes walking away isn't quitting, it's choosing peace. The audience gave her a standing ovation. In the end, both Meghan and Sam moved on, but the incident remained a defining media moment. It reminded the world how quickly a polite interview can turn into a cultural flashpoint, and how Meghan Markle, once again, had turned a confrontation into a conversation about dignity, respect, and personal strength. As one journalist later summed it up perfectly. And that, perhaps, was her most powerful statement yet.